I'm here with Adam from Wine Selectors, and I want to know a little bit about your role. What do you do with Wine Selectors?
I'm employed as the co-chairman of our tasting panel.
How does that fit on a name badge? That's a big title there.
It's a long badge. It's a long badge. So myself and a group of other wine industry professionals, we're tasked with choosing all the wine that we then pass on to our members at Wine Selectors.
Okay.
So coming out and visiting vineyards like we are now, and then, as you would know, great chefs work with great produce.
Yep.
Great winemakers work with great, grapes like we've got here, some fantastic, almost ready to be picked Shiraz fruit. This is what our job's all about. Wine's passion to us.
Yep.
And to get out and see it in its rawest form, fantastic.
So good. Let's go do some cooking.
Brilliant.
I'm doing a chicken dish that was shown to me by an old Italian man. I'm going to make it sound romantic, but his name's Gennaro Contaldo, a famous chef.
Okay.
So this actually, while you were having your morning coffee, I was up boning a chicken out. So this
Okay.
was a full chicken. I've taken it off the carcass and I've boned out most of the bone. So it's still
Yep.
got the little chicken bone in there.
Okay.
Reason being, we're going to grill it on this heavy grill.
Right.
You can do this on a barbecue, you can do it in a pan. We're going to be cooking it in the style of amatorni, meaning under a brick. So lots of weight. Now,
Okay.
before we do that,
Yep.
we're going to put a bit of a filling together. You've seen the old trick where they make compound butters, like flavoured butters, and they put it between the skin and the flesh, and then it flavours.
Yes.
Same, but different.
Okay.
So here we have, you know what this guy is.
Yeah, and it's delicious. Prosciutto.
So I'm just going to finely chop that. Can you grab yourself a little spoon there?
Yep, absolutely.
From the spoon section. I've got some marjoram here, one of the most underused herbs in the whole world. Really beautiful. If you can't get fresh marjoram, you could use oregano, even basil would work well. Tarragon as well would work well. Obviously taken in a totally different direction. I'll use a tiny bit of salt. Reason being for that is because we've got prosciutto in there, which is cured in salt. So that kind of
Salty.
brings the saltiness there. Little bit of pepper if I can get some in the bowl. This
Now,
is
assuming you want me to stir this.
I gave you the smallest bowl possible as well and filled it to the very top there. Don't
With
spill
things
it!
that'll blow away in this breeze. Imagine if we had hair. It'd be
Oh
going
my God.
everywhere.
Chickens and lots of poultry are rife down the Mornington Peninsula near my house. Talk to me about wine coming from that area. I'm assuming you are going to pull something out from the Mornington Peninsula.
Yes, you haven't got me here just to stir your mascarpone.
Well, I
I've
did,
got a
but-
terrible joke about mascarpone in a second as well.
Do you know, it's not good to lead in and say it's a terrible joke and it's...
It's
All right,
terrible.
go on.
So, they say that the only cheese that's able to hide a horse is mascarpone.
That's a horrible
You get it?
joke.
It's pretty good, right?
Why would you bring that to the screen? You should have left that at, where do you come from? Newcastle.
Newcastle. I've got more. If we work with halloumi, I've got another joke.
Tell me the
about
halloumi.
too.
Tell me halloumi.
Yeah.
We're not working with halloumi, so can you come out with it?
Yeah, I can. So what does cheese say when it looks in the mirror? Halloumi. Should I just get the wine?
Yeah, just pour the wine now. Before you jump in with that,
Yep.
you can go, but all I'm going to do now is I've used my finger to make a little bit of a pocket between the skin and the flesh. It's an old cook's trick there, and I'm going to push some of this flavouring into there, which will basically melt through the chicken while it's being cooked. That's my bit. Let's hear about the important stuff.
We're focused on the Mornington Peninsula.
Yeah.
You're talking about the amazing poultry they make down there.
Yeah.
I've got two white varieties that they excel at down on the peninsula. One's been Pinot Gris, also known as Pinot Grigio.
Okay.
So basically you have the reference to the skin colour of grey,
Yes.
just in the different languages being Grigio Italian or Gris French. That is
Right.
the difference. There is a slight style difference.
Yeah.
The French seem to make their Gris a little bit bigger and richer and more textural.
Right.
Which is what I've got here from Red Claw on the Mornington Peninsula, where Grigio, classic Italian style, fresher, crisper, lighter alcohol. We're talking about a variety that's only been around for the last 15 or 20 years, but Australians, we've just seen this and we've taken to it like nothing else.
Yeah.
And this is
Suits our
mainstream.
climate, like it's a...
Suits our climate,
Yeah.
it suits our food.
Yeah. And it grows well here.
And it grows well here. And I'll hold the Chardonnay until after we bring the chicken out, because I think Chardonnay and chicken they're an easy match. There's a fusion there that just works.
And as I mentioned before, I'm going to cook this Amatoni. So I'm going to put it down, and I've got a heavy cast iron lid I'll put on top of that. That works really well.
Yep.
Because basically the chicken, like you're not flat. You know, you got a bit of shape going on there. So think about if I put you on a grill, put a couple of bricks or something heavy on you. This works for fish as well. It's going to push it right down so you got total surface contact with the heat.
Yep.
Will get crispy and evenly cooked. Okay, let's go for it.
What's skin if it's not crispy, hey?
Do you know what I mean? Okay, so straight down, and then we'll put the other on, and we'll let that do its thing.
Perfect. Sounds good. That's
Check this
awesome.
out.
The reveal.
The reveal. This is like a half chicken with the bones out. Bones are going to make it take a little bit longer to cook. So I've cooked it, I'm going to say 7 minutes each side.
Okay.
Give or take. I'm going to pop this straight onto the plate, and it looks and smells insane.
It does.
We'll pop this onto the side, and I'm going to serve this just with a little bit of cress. Very, very simple. There's a lot going on with this chicken. If you think of like French chickens when they're cooking, they get the butter melting through there, all this kind of stuff. Same, but different with the mascarpone and the prosciutto. So we get all the hard work of that cured prosciutto, the salty, all those beautiful flavors going through. Talk to me about this wine. Can we get such a beautiful creation of nature through you guys at Wine Selectors?
Absolutely. It's what we are waiting to do for you. It's what we want to do for you. This Mornington Peninsula Chardonnay, as we mentioned before, the Peninsula and Chardonnay have this natural fusion that can't be ignored, and they are one of the best regions in the country for producing it. Chicken and Chardonnay goes hand in hand. For us, we want to take that hassle out of you choosing wine. We want to give you the confidence to know that every wine you get from us gets delivered directly to your door. When you open that box, you pour the wine in a glass and you go, wow, that's an experience. This is something different. This is quality that I know for the rest of the 11 wines in that box I'm really going to enjoy. And you know what, Toby? It means you don't have to drive to the supermarket. It means you don't have to get a trolley. It means you don't have to walk through the shopping centre aisles. And you don't have to pick out wines that you don't know are going to be good or not.
Yeah, it's like fast track yourself to excellence with Wine Selectors.
Exactly, and you're guaranteed that every drop that you pour into your glass you're going to enjoy. So
I love it.
For all the information about Mornington Peninsula, wineselectors.com.au is your spot to go.
Minus the dad jokes. Minus the dad jokes.
Cheers.